here. We got some of the plastic in here. We got the red, pretty thick with the red here. So we're gonna see how that looks. And for about 20 or 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna, okay, so we got the red made. You can see that. We're gonna pour a little bit of this red. The red in there, so we want the red in. I'm gonna take this other plastic and I'm gonna heat it up and I'm gonna make this black. And we will leave this, and then we're gonna shoot it with the injector. So stay with me. Take this. I'm going to take this out here, lay that in there. So we can get that fused with the other cup down and hold for about 10 to 15 seconds in the cup. And okay guys, we got it ready. Cut off, put back in there. And there is the lantern fly pattern. Alright, we'll be right back. This video is sponsored by JJ Drones, the droning veteran, and Chillin' in Indiana Carl. Welcome back to Off Took Outdoors. I'm Ted, your host, and welcome back to another bait making video featuring itMolds. In today's video, I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to do a lantern fly pattern. Now, for all you guys that know that we're getting invaded by these lantern flies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use the 4.5-inch beaver bug mold. And I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to be putting a pattern in here first by hand, and then I'm also going to be shooting it. So stick around. I'm going to give you a little description of the lantern fly here in a second. So I hope you enjoy the video and stay with us. The spotted lanternfly is a plant hopper indigenous to parts of China and Vietnam. It has spread invasively to Japan, South Korea, and the United States. Its preferred host is the tree of heaven. Adults do not display any specialized feeding associations with herbaceous plants, but they have been known to cause extensive damage to crops and ornamental plants. So I'm going to use some of this crawl and tube mold, and I'm going to pour a little bit in here. I'm using a little like bowl for the one, and then I'm going to use the measuring cup for the other. And I am going to just put a little bit of plastic in each because I'm going to be doing, obviously the lanternfly has black, red, and white. So I'm going to heat up these two plastics here because I'm going to be putting white dots in the mold, and then I'm going to pan pour some red, and then I'm going to shoot the black. But we'll do the black after I get the red and white done. So we're going to heat up this plastic, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so what I got here, I'll show you this little Pyrex bowl. So I got the plastic heated up. You can see it right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add white to this. And this is what we're going to make our dots with. So I want this white to be very, very strong. So I put a bunch of white in. I didn't even really measure it. So there we go. So that's about the color we want, as bright white as we can. So we got that mixed up. We're going to put this back in for another 20 or 30 seconds to get it heated up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the mold here, the beaver bug mold from itMolds. We're going to open it up, and then I'm going to show you what we do to put the dots in the mold first, and then we're going to pour the red plastic. We got to make some red plastic also. So stay with me. Okay, so we got the plastic heated up. This is just pure white. So what I'm going to do is, you got a bottom and a top. I'm going to show you, I'm going to put this, what I got is the rods, my metal rods that I use for my core shots, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the white, I'm going to put some white on here. I hope you guys can see that, okay? We're going to do it like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that white and I'm just going to dab it in different spots of the bait, okay? And we're going to mix it up with this. And it gets pretty, it gets hard really quick because it's just a little bit of plastic here. So we're just taking it, dabbing it in there. I'm going to dab a couple spots. And it dries really quick. So you got to really work quick with it. Okay. So we're just putting a couple dots in there. It might get a little messy for you. Put a little dab in the legs. This is the hard part, getting it in the legs without making a big mess. So there we go. Let's put another one here. Okay, so we're just dabbing the white in there, okay? Taking this white off, you can see how quickly that dries. This white here I'm actually going to take off. I don't like that. We're going to try another one here with some warmer plastic and put that in there like that. Just put some dots in there. See how that gets really, see how it dries really quick? So we're just taking this. And there is a top and bottom, and we're doing this on just the top. We're going to have a black bottom with this. So we're just going to put it in like that. Okay? So that's it. We just got some, I'm going to put another, I'm not sure here. Let me put another white, a couple more white dots in here with a little bit. There we go. And let me add a little more to this right here. Okay, and we're going to leave that just like that, okay? So that's all I did was the white. Now we're going to put the white aside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cool. I'm going to put this off to the side. And then we're going to get our other measuring cup. And we're going to pour some more of the crawl tube in here like this. Just, you don't need a big amount. You just need a little bit. We're going to put that in. And then we're going to heat this up. And we're going to make the red. So stay with me. We'll be right back once this heats up. Okay, so here we got some of the plastic in here. We got the red. So we're going to make this red. We want to make it pretty thick with the red here. So we're going to see how that looks. And that's looking really red. We don't want it pink. We want to make sure that it's red. So that is about where we want it. So I'm going to put this in again for about 20 or 30 seconds. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this red. So stay with me and we'll be right back. Okay, so we got the red made. Okay. And it looks like it's how we want it. Okay, so now comes the tricky part. Let me put my other glove on here real quick. And we're going to take the red and we're going to actually grab this and we're going to pour a little bit of this. Hope you can see that. We're going to pour a little bit of this red. Just a little bit here and there. Okay. And that's it, guys. Just a little bit of the red in there. So we want the red and white, okay? And we can take that little piece of red out of there. Now, this is pretty labor intensive. So we got the red and the white in there. I'm going to take this other plastic and I'm going to heat it up and I'm going to make this black. And then we are going to shoot it in the mold. So let me heat this up. And we will leave this. And what we're going to do is actually close it up. Let it dry for a little bit. We're going to put it into the vise and then we're going to shoot it with the injector. So stay with me. Okay, so we got our plastic. Should be hot enough. Set that down. And mix this up. And we're going to add our black. And we want a nice dark black here. So let's get this all mixed in there. Doesn't take much of the black, but we're going to keep it like that. I got another dot. 2 dots actually. Okay, so we got the block there. Let me put this away real quick, guys. Okay, so we got the block in there. We're mixing it up. And we are going to shoot this in the mold. It's in the vise right now. So we'll be right back and we're going to shoot this. Okay, so we got the block and we're ready to shoot. And take that. We're going to take our injector. Fill our injector up. And we are going to shoot the bait. This doesn't take a lot of plastic. Hold it down. See what happens. Put the rest in. Okay, we'll see what happens here. Now that was a cold mold, so it might not work real great the first time, and this is the first time I'm doing this, guys, so we're going to see what it looks like. If it don't shoot right, I'm going to show you it didn't shoot right, and then I am going to do it again until it shoots right. So stay with us. Okay, guys, well, we're going to take this out. We're going to see how it shoots. Okay, so there is the red with the black, and that is your lantern fly. So let's take this, cut this off here, put that black back in there, and there is your black lantern fly bait. So we have the red, we have the white, and we have the black. So if you guys can see that, red, white, and black, pretty cool. Okay, well, the white's ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go a little bit smaller with these dots. I'm going to go just a little bit smaller because I like to try to proportion it out a little bit, you know, with these dots, and try to make it look a little better here. So hold on one second. We're going to put these dots in here all over. I'm going to put a little more in the tail there. It's just a little difficult here, but we're just going to put these dots a little bit everywhere. Okay, let's try to get another dot or 2 in here, and then maybe 1 right there. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I think, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take this one out, so that'll be gone. Let this dry. I'm going to heat up the red now, and I think I'm going to do the same thing with the red, but not sort of put dots. I'm going to like use the stick and sort of draw it in. So I'm taking the red, I'm going to reheat the red up real quick, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we got the red ready to go. And I'm going to get another stick here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take this, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to actually pour some red in here in different areas. This is hot too, so we're going to just try to put it in there in different areas, because I think I want to get more of the red, and I want to get more black up top. So we're going to add some of this red to it here, spin this around, and then add it to where we think it should be. There we go. And we're going to put some black in there also. Get some red down here. There we go. And then I'm actually going to put a little bit of red in the tail. Gets stick definitely sloppy here. One red down there. And some red right there. Oh, it didn't stick. So we gotta pour some more in here and then have it stick right there. There we go. Okay, and that is it for that. So it looks a little sloppy right now. We're gonna take this out here, lay that in there. Okay, we're gonna close this up. We're gonna heat up the black right here. Heat this up, and we'll be right back, and we're gonna shoot this one. So I'm gonna put this on 45 seconds. We'll be right back. Okay, so the black is nice and hot, so we can get that fused with the other colors. I'm going to take our injector here, fill it up, and then we're going to shoot into the mold. Press down and hold for about 10 to 15 seconds so everything fuses. And then we're going to pull up, and that is it. And we're going to put the rest in the cup, and we will be back in 3 minutes to see what this one looks like. Okay guys, well, we got it ready, and there is the lanternfly pattern. Let me cut this off real quick here for you guys. Get that cut off, put back in there, and there is the lanternfly pattern. So I hope you guys can see that. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, well, there is the first one. And it's a little big, the dots were a little bit big on there, so I wanted to sort of make it a little bit smaller. So that is the lanternfly pattern, guys. So you can do just about anything you want with these, with the bait molds and making baits. That's the beauty of making your own baits. So yeah, if you haven't checked out itMolds, we use the 4.5-inch beaver bug mold from itMolds. Go check them out. Their links are in my description of this video. Go over, check them out. They have all your bait making needs at a reasonable price. They have anything if you want to spray paint hard baits, if you want to pour your own plastics, make spinner baits, buzz baits, you want to make lead jig heads or anything like that, go over to itMolds and check them out. And I'd also like to thank my channel sponsors. I'd like to thank Jason from JJ Drones. I'd like to thank Carl from Chillin' in Indiana, Carl. And I'd also like to thank Dan, the droning veteran, for sponsoring my videos this month. If anybody's interested in sponsoring any of my videos this month, please, you can email me in my description, and I can explain how that works to you. You can email it to me, but in a brief little thing here is what you do is you can do a $5 or $10 or $25 sponsorship, and then I put you in all my videos and things like that and share you out on social media. So check that out. You can email me at tedpaulnowskijr@gmail.com, and you can find out all the information. So thank you for joining me tonight. Go check out all my descriptions. I do spend a lot of time on my descriptions of my videos, so go over there and browse through it. All my sponsors, all my pro staff and things are over there. So yeah, and like I always say, take a kid fishing or hunting. We want to preserve that sport and pass it on to future generations. And we will see you.